Same old shit, just a different day. I'm clocking in and clocking out to keep the bills paid. At this 9 to 5, temporarily. If you're not trying to live your dream, we are not the same. Same old shit.
Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of Red's View. We got the most honorable DJ PM with us right now.
What's going on, good people?
But today we're gonna do something a little different, all right? So y'all know that I'm a rapper. I feel like that's...
rapper?
Yeah.
No.
Did you know that?
Of course.
And he's a DJ, right?
I'm a DJ?
You are. It's amazing. So what we're doing today is going to talk about my highly critically acclaimed album, which is W.A.N.T.S.
W.A.N.T.S.
It's available on Tidal, Apple Music, all major platforms across the board.
Yes, sir.
So today we're just going to do a breakdown, track by track. And Mr. DJ PM is actually going to be the host for today.
So it's PM's View today.
It's PM's View.
All right.
Boom.
I like
DJ
that.
PM's View.
Boy, they should have never gave you niggas money.
Right.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, thanks for having me back again, man.
Of course.
Second of all, W.A.N.T.S. Let's just dive right into it, man. So, what were you trying to accomplish when you dropped this album, W.A.N.T.S.
Well, W.A.N.T.S, for people that don't know, I dropped W.A.N.T.S a couple of years ago.
Right. And it's about what, 3 or 4?
What?
Years ago.
Oh, two.
Two
years ago. Yeah, back in 2017. And it's called We Are Not the Same. And I feel like when I talk about We Are Not the Same, that acronym, I feel like nobody is on my level as far as artistry.
Okay.
Even if you got a major deal,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Like, I feel like I'm unique.
Right.
And not just with music, but just life in general. Like, It's not too many people you find like me, you too, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I feel like We Are Not the Same, that stands out from that. And I just want to bring back creativity, bring back social commentary, bring back lyricism. I mean, it's already out there, but I wanted to make sure that I display it
on your part.
Yeah, on my part, best of my ability.
Right. So if I gather correctly, in a world of mumble rap, as we like to call it, you just tried to put some substance out into the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's all that I tried to do, man. I just wanted to make sure that I put substance out there. I put a lot of unique, production out there.
Right.
Because when people hear this production, they're gonna be, oh man, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff that I tried to do. And tried to bring realism back. Because everything pretty much that I'm talking about on is like real life. Right. Like everything that's happening.
Don't get ahead of yourself. I'm gonna ask some questions. We're gonna get there. All right. So before we get too deep though, you had a lot of solid production on it. You want to shout out the producers, the people that recorded, engineers, that type of stuff?
So first and foremost, I gotta shout out to my man Shantae Hughes. He was supposed to be on the episode, but he had something he had to do.
Life happens.
Yeah, life happens, But he actually kind of like executive produced it with me, co-produced it rather. And he engineered everything through Second Nature LLC, Second Nature Entertainment. We recorded, he mixed and mastered everything. So also, it's only 2 producers that I work with on this one. I don't know where they're from exactly, but they're Grammy nominated producers.
Nice.
Rick and Thaddeus, and then we got Kapellmeister. Kapellmeister produced a lot of like a few different songs on there, and so did Rick and Thaddeus. So that's where that solid production came from. Shout out to them.
Okay, so you only used those 2 for the entire album.
Correct.
And you know what's crazy? I can tell, because one thing I hate about a lot of music today is it'll be 14 tracks with 14 different producers. And it sounds like that. Albums sound like that. They no longer sound like albums. They sound like compilation discs.
Mixtape.
But this album really sounded very cohesive, which is one of my favorite things about the album, actually. So let's dive right into it. So I'm gonna use my phone because I got a lot of notes. So Redheads, bear with me. All right, so we're gonna go track by track, all right?
All right.
Track number 1 was Till I Die. So just tell me about that track. What were you thinking when you wrote that, Till I Die?
Well, when I first heard that beat, the beat was called Hennessy, but it had like a southern type of, bounce to it. And when I heard it, I was just thinking of like Tupac, like, and my bro, that's where I got the hook from.
Of course, because if you hear the word Hennessy, you think of Tupac. That's a hip-hop joke for those that don't get it. But
you know what I'm saying? But it put me in that mind frame of, and I've always been a fan of that hook that he did. Am I wrong? Because I want to get it all. That's actually Tupac's hook.
I know.
So the fact that the Hennessy, the bounce to it, and it just made me, I just started saying the hook to it, and then it just went from there. It's like the whole song I'm talking about dying. I'm trying to get everything I can, trying to hustle, do everything I can, from Red's View to acting to music to just every day, you know what I'm saying?
So my take on it is, the name of the song is Till I Die, but you're actually talking about living, in my opinion. That's just my interpretation of it, because you want to do all this before you die. So, of course, the grand scheme of things, you're talking about dying, but you're also talking about how grand you would like to live before you die. Yeah, that's what I took from it.
That's cool.
So, Till I Die was a great way to intro the track.
Appreciate it.
To intro the album. All right, let's move right along. Broken Promises.
Man.
So, Broken Promises was a dope song, but I want to skip to the end of the song.
Okay.
So at the end of the song, you do basically a spoken word piece, right?
Right.
And I really like when artists put spoken words on their albums.
Yeah.
So what was the inspiration behind that?
It just all came to me, like, you know, going from Till I Die to Broken Promises, everything that I was talking about in the song, I just feel like anybody who feels like they should give up on their dreams, you know, because of what society says, what people may say, like to don't pursue things because of what the status quo is,
of course,
what, you know, all that stuff. It's like I'm a living testament. Even though I may not have millions of dollars right now, I know people. You know what I'm saying? I know people who have booked big roles in different movies. I know people who sign record deals personally. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen it, and they're all in my circle. So me telling the listener, if you listening to it, and if you like to rap, be an entrepreneur, go to school, dance, whatever you're trying to do, you can really do it. It can really happen, and don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it, and don't let anybody take away your God-given talent.
Absolutely. Okay, staying with that one. So at the end you talk and you say keep God first, right? At the end you say keep God first. Why is it important as an artist to keep God first, or as a person in general?
Man, if you don't, I feel like what's the purpose of living if you don't keep God first? He's the reason that we're here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your religion is, everybody could be Jehovah's Witness, Muslims, Christians, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like religion separates people. But I feel like it's one true being, one God, and you know, He should be first in everything you do, because everything that I do as an artist, as a man, is through God. Especially like when like the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Hadn't let me down yet.
Okay. I like it. Keep God first. All right, so moving right along, the next track is She Say Part 2. All right? So so I'm just gonna get right into it. And She Say Part 2, there's a bar where you say bland like white people season.
Caucasian season.
Oh, Caucasian season. Sorry.
We're around a lot of Caucasian people right now.
Tell me the inspiration behind that bar.
Man, I was just writing. Sometimes I can be silly, you know. You know what I'm saying? But I slipped that in there, and it's funny that you text me and you were just like, dude, you said it, and that's like, as an artist, I'm not even thinking about it. But bland like Caucasian seasoning, meaning the dude that you go and talk to, he ain't me. He ain't got as much flavor, much style as me. You know what I'm saying? So it's bland. And we know, you know what I'm saying? And Caucasians, no disrespect to y'all, but you know that you don't season your food like other ethnicities. You know what I'm saying? And other racial groups. So, you know, my white folks, they know what's up.
I got you. I got you.
Support.
I got you. All right. Okay. And another question is that song about a particular girl, particular girls, or were you just in your zone flexing as a writer?
It was both. Well, no, not really. It was in my zone flexing. Like, so one of the songs that we're gonna get into later, I kind of went with that and kind of made scenarios. Like when something happens in my life, I like to make scenarios of what could happen, like be creative on tracks and make videos and make, you know, movies about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if something happened, like it could be anything. Like if I failed a test and I remember everything that happened leading up to that, I can make a story about what if I did pass that test and what, you know what I'm saying? So basically it's like that.
What happened as a result of funking the test. Yada, yada.
Yeah, you know, it could be situations. Yeah, just creative. Like it really was kind of, it was, you know.
I got you.
Yeah, you get it.
So it was a real story.
No, it wasn't real. It wasn't a real story. But I mean, I think something like that may have happened. I had to have some inspiration. Usually when a girl leaves you, you know, when a girl leaves you or whatever, they'll realize that, you know, I messed up. I think we've all had that. Sauce chat. There you go. Hashtag.
Okay, all right, moving right along. So the next track on the album is On, right? O-N. All right, so I think On might be one of my favorite tracks on the album.
Man, I figured you would like it.
That was the one that has Doja on it, right?
There you go, Doja.
Shout out to Doja. Shout out to Doja. So, what was the inspiration behind the track On?
It's pretty much piggybacking off of Broken Promises and Chasing Your Dreams.
Gotcha.
And I was really like in the zone. I was just trying that song out.
I could tell.
Yeah, like it wasn't anything super lyrical. It was just like I heard the beat and just felt like, man, like, you know, I came up with the hook and just started writing it. Right. I figured Doja could have amped it up more than I could at the end, and I think that he did. You know, it's like I threw him the alley-oop and he dunked that mug. So
nice.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But it happened to turn out to be somebody like a lot of people's favorite songs.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I mean, I really liked it, and I could tell that you and Doja really work well together.
Definitely. Not
just on that song, but on the other song that he's on. But we'll get to that one too. But yeah, I really liked and let me ask you: is making music like on Broken Promises therapeutic for you to write and perform?
Definitely, because it was a hidden message in that. Okay. Well, it wasn't hidden, but I don't think a lot of people knew the situation we had with Lazy Bone at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I knew, but for those that don't know,
right? You know what I'm saying?
Listen to the track and you'll know.
You'll know, you know. But it is therapeutic because I feel like once people know the fact that I can make real life songs,
absolutely,
and they be entertaining,
absolutely,
and people come to me and be like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like sharing my story. It's like me just revealing everything.
Right.
It does make me feel good as an artist. It made me feel accomplished that I can do it.
And sharing your story, if I may speak as a fan, also helps people relate to you more and understanding you more, because I think one of the biggest issues with music right now is that it's just a lot of hoo-foo and foo-foo.
Right.
And it's nothing, nobody's vulnerable, nobody's going through anything, nobody's, you know what I'm saying, struggling. Everybody's got diamonds that's wet like water.
Yeah,
everybody's dripping in sauce. Everybody's riding in a foreign, this and that. And the fact of the matter is that's not the reality for most people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the reality for that rapper, but you got to give me something that I can feel too. It's like Crit said in the song, shout out Big Crit, if it don't touch my soul, I can't listen to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I felt that about the W.A.N.T.S 2 album, that it really did touch my soul. Let's take a break from the tracks and let's talk about the artwork.
Okay.
What was the significance of the artwork?
So we got Marvel fans out there, right? You know what I'm saying? Avengers is a dope movie.
Okay.
I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and at the end of the last Avengers movie that came out last year,
Infinity War.
Yeah. You know, everybody started disintegrating.
Correct.
And I just felt like with W.A.N.T.S, we are not the same. The fact that I talk about Till I Die, and at the very last song it's talking about death too.
Right.
It's like I'm giving you my all, and it kind of goes with the disintegrating thing, but I'm not all the way gone.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Athena Stewart. She's on Instagram. She's a dope graphic designer. She came up with that whole artwork. You know, it reminds me something from like a Prince album or something like that.
Yeah.
Something that you can hang up on the wall. So
yeah, it was dope. It was dope in a day and age of people just putting like cars and jewelry on their artwork. It really showed a lot that you took time to come up with that. On your songs, the songs we've talked about so far, Broken Promises specifically, are you talking to yourself or are you talking to other people?
That's a good question. It's funny that you say that, man. You a good interviewer.
I appreciate that, man.
Are you sure you don't do this full time?
Nah, man, nah.
But I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
Because I make music for me.
Right.
It has to be right for me first before I let anybody else
Absolutely.
hear it. So definitely, I talk to myself because when I'm in the gym, like basically you're hearing my thoughts.
Right.
And I know that my thoughts can affect other people.
Right.
So yeah, it's like I'm telling myself, don't worry about a damn thing. I'm telling myself, don't give up. You're gonna be on, whatever. So it is motivation. I'm glad that you peeped that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, it's just what I do.
And he's just a DJ.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right, so cool. Moving right along. Let's talk about one of the more rambunctious tracks, if you would.
Okay. Prime.
Okay.
Man.
Tell me, what was your thought process in making the song Prime?
So it still piggybacks, and it's funny, I'm just saying how cohesive everything is.
Yeah.
Prime, I always have fast spit and quick spit songs, you know what I'm saying? Because of my influences. I love Midwest rap. I love Bone, Twister, all of them, right?
Right.
So every album, I usually have some type of song that is like a fast spitting song.
Okay.
And it's requested from me.
Okay.
Because ever since I started rapping, like even back at Jackson State, I've always had that request. So
shout out to D I Love.
Yeah, D I Love. So yeah, man, I just put that together.
Okay.
I heard that beat. It sounded like a trap beat, but it was a different type of trap beat to me. Capel Meister actually made that beat. And man, I just took off, and you know, and it was Twister inspired.
Right. I could tell.
Yeah. Especially that last verse, the way I started it off. If you go back and listen to Adrenaline Rush, I kind of catered towards that style.
And so that answered my next question. I was gonna say, which artist or artists do you think most influenced you on that record? Because you definitely sped your cadence up.
Right.
But you did it flawlessly, you know what I mean? Because a lot of rappers try to do that and it's like super choppy or just like, you could tell that they're trying to do that versus you were able to do that. Right. And so you're saying that that's something you try to do on every album, just to like flex your lyrical or MC muscles.
Right,
se.
Pretty much. And like Pusha T kind of inspired the woo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna say woo anyway, but the fact that, you know, it had that back in like, you remember him and Kanye had put out that the Good Music compilation?
Yes.
And Pusha kept doing that woo, woo.
Yeah, that's like his thing.
Yeah, so it kind of, I got inspired by that to put it on there.
Dope. All right, sticking with Prime.
If you had to say this track was about this, what would you say?
Prime?
Yeah.
It's about me being better than my competition.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I felt that way, but I didn't want to put words in your mouth.
Right, yeah.
I felt that's what you was trying to say. Like, look, bro, I'm just better than you.
Right.
It's nothing personal. It's just lyrically, I'm just better. Yeah. I'm a better MC. I got better cadences. I got better stories.
Yeah, and you know what the important thing is that as I get older as an artist.
Yeah.
You know, they always say even though I look youthful. Yeah. You know, they say that rap is a young man's game. I have a bar on your ass every time you think that I'm like, if it's a young person that think that they can get the best of me. Right. I got bars ready, so I ain't lost it, and I ain't finna lose it.
No time soon.
You know, and remind folks of that. So.
No time soon. Yeah, so you definitely went crazy on this record. You said a lot of things, but one bar I caught was that I'm out here acting like I got white privilege.
What did you mean by that?
So basically,
explain that for those that don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, we know, you know, white privilege means that you can pretty much do what you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
With minimum consequences.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You can, like, race soldiers kill us all the time and don't go to jail for it.
Right.
So when it comes to murdering people on records, I feel like I got white privilege.
Right, because I can murder anybody, and what you gonna do?
Right, you can't do nothing.
You can't out-rap me.
Yeah, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So yeah,
I feel you. Yeah, I mean, I feel you.
That white privilege line is.
Yeah, that was a cold line. I caught that. I caught that. All right, let's talk Darkside.
All right, so Darkside was one of the other songs that you had a feature on.
Yeah.
Who was that singing on the chorus?
Her name is Whitney.
Okay.
She's from here, an Atlanta native.
Yeah.
And you know, I heard her. Like, I met her on set actually.
Okay.
We were doing a film, and I just, you know, she told me she could sing, and I just had to come through and, you know, put her vocals on the record. And you know, I wrote the hook, and she really embraced it pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It took some time to get everything layered down, but yeah, like once I heard that beat, I knew what the hook would be, and I was gonna try to do it all myself, but I knew that I needed somebody else on there, preferably a female. So, you know.
I got you. And I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt to collaborate.
Yeah.
Or, you know, have people put in this and that. I know that's one thing that Kanye does, even though we're not really rocking with Kanye right now.
Right, exactly.
Is he brings in a lot of different artists to do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like on the All of the Lights song.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Have you ever read the credits on that song?
I know he has so many people.
Dude, it's about 15 people singing that All of the Lights, All of the Lights.
That was one of the most creative songs of all time.
It was super dope. Yeah. But this is about Wants To.
Right, there you go. Because we'll get into Rand's View mode in a minute.
Right, but this is about Wants To. All right, so Darkside. Describe your version of the dark side, and what exactly did you mean by the dark side?
So my version of the dark side is when you're worrying about bills. Okay. You're worrying about what society will say about you. Okay. You're worried about not being at where you want to be in life. You're worried about a lot of things.
So not necessarily the dark side like by being the bad guy, but the dark side by being in a bleak place.
There you go. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what stuck out to me a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Like just talking. Everybody has a dark moment that they go through in life. Preferably my college students right after graduation.
Oh man, tell me about it.
And then of course people who are still chasing their dreams. But I think the effective thing about that song, you can make it whatever you want to make it.
Right.
Even if you're a business owner, you're trying to get your medical license, whatever like that. It may be a struggle. Everybody goes through a struggle.
Right.
And
it's
I feel
just
like
a different struggle.
Yeah, there you go. And I feel like Darkside represents that.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right. The Way I Am.
Right?
Man, one of my favorite songs on the album.
Tell me about it.
The Way I Am pretty much talks about a man dealing with two different females. The first verse, we're going over him dealing with a situation where he's dating a woman who has a child, and he wants to not be the bad guy.
Okay.
But she actually wants to have a child with him out of wedlock.
Right.
When she already has a child anyway.
Okay.
And yeah.
So is this based on a true story?
True story.
Okay.
True story.
Somebody tried to make you stepdad dad.
Pretty much.
Stepdad dad.
Stepdad dad. So yeah, man.
Okay.
I mean, basically, it was a female that I was kicking it with.
Okay.
And I was like, you really want to have a baby? Like, why? Like, and she was just like, I just want one. I'm like, you already in a situation you don't want to be in.
Right. You're trying to double up.
Yeah.
It's probably because she see the future though.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking.
Yeah.
And you call yourself just a DJ?
I'm just saying,
a DJ.
man. She probably saw the future, see the writing on the wall, see what's happening, and trying to, they'll do that to you.
They will.
Yeah.
So
not all women.
Not all.
I don't want to go down that path.
Boy, we're gonna get some comments. But yeah, that's what that. And then the second verse, it's pretty much self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Like, these are real life situations.
Okay. All right, speaking of the track The Way I Am and just the overall album, what makes you brave enough to be this vulnerable in your music?
Man, just because I feel like the truth, like it's cliche to say, but I feel like the truth shall set you free.
Right.
I feel like I make music that will grab people and relate to them. I feel like it's a difference between being J-R3D the artist and being Jared Haynes the man.
I understand.
And Jared is J-R3D.
Right.
So I want to make sure that people are they recognize me, they were able to embrace me and feel me on a level that you probably couldn't do it from just a conversation, because I want you to be able to jam with my reality.
Absolutely.
And sometimes you're just going to have to sacrifice your comfort zone.
Right.
Life is always about being outside of, being outside of your comfort zone and, all that stuff. So that's a great way to express myself, I've always been able to be personable with people, and that's where it comes from. I never really thought about it like that, but because
I mean, you look at a lot of artists today, and again, like I've said before in this interview, they're not that vulnerable with their music. Like, everybody's huffing and puffing. I got all these guns, got all these cars, all these women, all this jewelry, all this sauce.
Yeah.
But yet, and you talk about that as well, but you also talk about how you basically had your heart broken, not by a woman, but by Lazy Bone acting like he wanted to sign you guys and then not signing you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a real moment.
Yeah.
Because a lot of rappers are out here bragging and acting like they're independent.
Acting like they
I won't say what artist I'm talking about. I'll just say that all his cars are wrapped in camouflage.
Oh, wow.
But they're acting like they're independent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the cool thing to do. And you're sitting here in your music willing to say, look, I wanted to be signed to Bone. These are my idols. I wanted them to sign me, and it broke my heart when they didn't.
Right, exactly.
But you didn't let that stop you. You kept going, you kept grinding, and now you're dropping ones too.
There you go.
Boom. All right, moving right along. Girl of My Dreams.
Tell me about it.
Girl of My Dreams, basically.
That had a feature on it too, right?
Yeah, my cousin Smooth Haynes.
Okay, shout out to Smooth.
Dope artist out of Hartford, Connecticut.
Nice.
Had a hit single back in the day called Sucker for the Nookie. But anyway, shout out to him. But Girl of My Dreams is just basically the ideal woman.
Okay.
Like, everybody wants that woman that they're gonna marry one day.
Right.
And me, this wasn't thinking about anybody in particular. It was just thinking
so
of, like,
not necessarily based on one woman.
No.
I got you.
Yeah, it was just something I came up with, dope concept I felt like. And I was just thinking, like, man, the girl of my dreams, like, this would be a nice song. Like, just, I would pay for everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got, I want you to work, but.
Right, you ain't got to.
The fact that, and it tells a story. It's like, you've been down with me since day one of me grinding and chasing this dream. And now that it's here, you know what I'm saying? And you a businesswoman just like me, like, and I'm a businessman, and we can collab. And it's like, the fact that you were here for me all these years, then, you know.
Now you held me down, let me hold you down.
Right, basically, that's what that was.
All right, Coco Chanel.
Yeah.
One of my other favorite tracks.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
Coco Chanel, that is a real situation I dealt with an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Okay. Which one? Nah,
this dude right here.
I almost got him.
All right, he did.
I almost got him.
You saw my face, but no, everybody goes through. You could go through heartbreak, and this wasn't really so much about heartbreak. It was about understanding.
Right.
Because a lot of times as adults, we, or individuals rather, because anybody could go through it.
Right.
We like to overthink things and be just so upset, and it's not something you should be upset about.
Right.
It's more so you look at yourself, even if the other person was messed up in their ways. Not saying that this person was. I'm just saying, like, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and see what did you do wrong.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's easy to point the blame and point your finger at someone else, the opposite person. But you got to look at in the mirror and see what did you do wrong, what could have you done better.
Right.
And that's what I was thinking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I heard the beat, everything just flowed out and stuff like that. And it's just more of an understanding song. I don't want people to feel like it's a sad song.
Right.
Like I'm like, oh my God, I want her back. And
woe is me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, it is what it is. I explained what happened, and it was a big impact on my life because I started recording the album like during the time we were together, and then I stopped for a little bit, and then once we broke up, then you were able to get songs like Shiest Part 2, Coco Chanel, Girl of My Dreams. Not saying I was talking about her, but
it helped you tap into those feelings.
And one thing Drake said in his interview he did with LeBron.
Sorry,
Drake.
I'm tired of that joke. All right.
One thing he said about that interview he did with LeBron, he said that once the beef happened with Pusha T, it inspired him.
Absolutely, he did say that.
Yeah, make
these new songs, Mob Ties and
In My Feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it did. Like once that happened, it was just something that kind of just set me free to just kind of do other stuff,
Gotcha.
Creative.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And then last but not least, number 10, is it Tomar or?
Tomar.
Tomar.
It's really for Tomar, tomorrow.
Of course.
Tomorrow, of course. I mean, of course. All my Jews know what I'm talking about. But Tomar, man, so that was probably the realest record I wrote on there.
Okay, talk about it.
Because Stafford Mace, he was a frat brother of mine. To Shayla Crumbie, she was a mad drama. Both of them were in mad drama with me back at Jackson State. And they both died at the age of 29 and lost their lives in a car accident. I just, the older I get, I, internalize things and realize that anything could happen.
Absolutely.
At any time, any day. And I think about it all the time when I get in the car.
Right.
Like, if this could be the last day that I'm alive, you know what I'm saying? And it was really emotional once they passed because these are people that I actually knew and they had no control over.
Right.
Some people can have control over their lives if, they weren't drunk driving.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Just driving.
Yeah, they were just driving and they, I think that's what affected me the most and just realized I have no control over life. Then the other verses talk about mass shootings that been happening for the past couple of years, like dudes getting killed, like folks getting killed in the Waffle House, in the movie theaters. I think about that all the time.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? I just be sitting there watching the exit door, wondering if someone's gonna come with tear gas and just start spraying the place. So that came out of me, just being in this world. You have no control over it. God has control over everything, but Tupac said something important in that Juice movie.
What'd he say?
You remember when he was talking to Steele, he said, something about you ain't got control of my life. He said, I'm letting you breathe. So that's the whole thing. That was a real song and me thinking about it. Then also, you could catch HIV if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say 1 minute of pleasure could fuck up your whole life.
Whole life.
So, you got to strap up out there and, man,
Is J-Red promoting safe sex? Hey, it's an ad campaign.
See, it is. I mean, it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Always use. But nah, man. But just talking about a lot, man.
Yeah.
So I think I would want people to listen to it when you ain't doing nothing, and it can really affect you. You know what I'm saying? And make you think. And that's what I do too. I educate and entertain at the same time.
All right.
So
So overall, what would you have people get from your album? What message are you trying to send with this album?
Well, for one, for all you artists out there, learn what a cohesive album sounds like.
Okay.
Learn that it's okay to put minimum songs on your project as long as they stand out. Because it was only 10 tracks.
Only 10 tracks.
Yeah.
In an age of everybody doing 18 2-minute tracks.
22 songs and all that.
But they're all 2 minutes long.
Yeah, pretty much. And I wanted people to want more. Me and Sean wanted people, because I was gonna put a R3Ds View song. It's called R3Ds View. I'll release it later, and I was talking about a whole lot of different things, but we kept it at 10 for a reason. Sean wanted it to be 10. I wanted it to be more, but he kept it there. And what I want people is to learn what consistency is, motivation, being able to learn about me as a person, because you can see J-Red on R3Ds View, the critical person, the opinionated person, but I got a soft side, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And yeah, just people like respecting the rap game. That's what I do want at the end of the day. And you know, of course, you want all the money and you want the acclaim, but respect is a big thing too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to feel me.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, so.
All right, so let them know again where they can find the album.
You can find this album on Tidal, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Google Play, iTunes. Now, preferably, you can stream it. You know what I'm saying? You can stream it, but I want you to purchase it. Yeah. I really want you to purchase it.
And you can purchase it at
iTunes, Google Play. You know what I'm saying? Amazon. Shout out to Cyrus Webb. Shout out to Shantae Hughes. Shout out to Doja. Shout out to Smooth Haynes. Shout out to Whitney. Shout out to everybody that was a part of this project. Shout out to DJ PM.
Hey man, appreciate it, man.
Shout out to DJ PM. This dude is something else, man.
Hey man, just trying to be great, man. What can I say?
Let me be great. Can I be great?
Hey, I just want to be great with you, brother. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, anything that you working on in particular?
Man, you know, same old music, mixtapes. I'm gonna drop a single this summer featuring Isaiah Bin Laden and Zay Imperial. Yeah, it's some club shit. Club stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm not supposed to curse,
but it is what it is.
Some club stuff.
It is what it is.
And besides that, man, just like I say, just trying to be great, bro.
Yeah.
Just trying to be great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Do y'all think he did a great job hosting? I think he did phenomenal.
Thanks,
like,
man.
It's weird sometimes I'm getting interviewed because I'm just like I usually do. But nah, you got it. But yeah, man, make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/WeAuthentic Network. And again, pick up the album. Go pick up Let Me Be Great merchandise.
Absolutely. www.theedjpm.com. www.thedjpm.com.
And you can find me at J-Red on social media platforms. You can find him at
The DJPM, THEEDJPM on all social media.
But this is R3Ds View, and we're signing out.
Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up, give up, give up. I know you got doubts, but get to the bag. Just follow the dream and stick with the plan. I know you get worried, I know you get scared. Better take that risk, or you get stuck there. The sky's the limit.